You're with NSU coach Mike McConathy. Coach, first day of the signing period today. You signed 3 guards, and it feels like scoring was certainly something that you were looking out of this group.
We're excited about all 3 young men, and just thankful for the opportunity to have them play. And you know, scoring's important, but makers are even more important. Guys that can make shots. And with Jackson Wagner, Marion McDonald, and Jonathan Cisse, you've got 3 guys that can make shots, and it's very, very important. Plus, I think the most important factor about all 3 of these young men is they really wanted to be at Northwestern. And Marion, for instance, has been someone that's 30 miles up the road, and then he moved to Baton Rouge. Very talented, knows about our program, has watched it as a young man growing up. Jackson Wagner is the guy, that young man who's got lineage here with his grandfather, Bernard Wagner, and then Wayne Wagner playing here. And then Jonathan Cisse comes from a Louisiana background of Lafayette and St. Thomas More, and coached by Danny Broussard, and then goes on to play for Coach Starks at LSU Eunice, and has done a great job, and can just really do a lot of things there. Again, another young man that we've seen for years in our team camp, and the opportunity to get him here at Northwestern is very, very special.
Let's start with Cisse, and this is a guy that he averaged 21 points at LSU Eunice this past season. The year before that, he was co-player of the year in the league. He said he could be a 1, 2, or a 3 for you. What kind of a player is he?
Well, I just think he's a guy that can fill a lot of different holes for you. And he's got quickness and athleticism, along with he's got a really good heady basketball mindset. And example, which I won't use the name of, one of my former players that played for me in junior college and then came here at Northwestern. And he called when he found out he was going to come here. He said, "I just love that player, Jonathan, because he knows the game. He thinks the game he's ahead of the game. In other words, 1, 2, 3 plays ahead." And so that's what's special about him. And he's a guy that can defend because of his length, and he'll be able to help us defensively as well.
You mentioned McDonald, Marion McDonald. Grew up right down the road in Coshada, regarded as the top point guard in the state, a top 35 point guard nationally. He probably played the 1 or the 2 for you as well, kind of like Carvel Tisa did this year. What struck you about him?
Well, I think that I've been watching him for a long time, and one, I think he really loves the game. I think he's a gym rat. I think he's a guy that can play 2 places, 1 or 2, and I think that he's just a guy that has some passion about him, and he wants to be successful, and he's fired up, and he's going to just really work to get himself in the best position or condition and playing position-wise to help us keep climbing that ladder back up where we need to be.
You mentioned Jackson Wagner's lineage here. Grandfather Bernard and father Wayne, both income Hall of Famers. 15 or 16 points a game out of Grapevine High School. It seemed like a pretty pure shooter as well.
Yeah, he really shoots the ball extremely well. He's got a good basketball IQ, and watching him, he's very deceptive. Because he handles his body well, he knows how to get a first step on a guy, but he can really shoot the basketball. And there's another example. The 2 other gentlemen, Cisse and McDonald, we've talked about. Now we're talking about Wagner, and all 3 of them are gym rats. And that's what you've got to have, guys that love to play and want to be in the gym to get better.
Coach Mike, thank you so much.